PlayStation Plus is at a crossroads with 48 million subscribers and a PS6 looming on the horizon. Sony's subscription service is showing cracks that just cannot be ignored. From unfair pricing and regional restrictions to oversaturated PlayStation Store filled with low-effort games, the PS Plus is now struggling to deliver real value, and gamers are starting to notice like myself. Now, one of the biggest issues is their skyrocketing costs. Now, in Canada, which is where I'm from, PlayStation Plus Premium, which is the top tier PS subscription, now costs a staggering $224 plus tax in Canada, which is a 61% increase since 2023 of its inception with the new model. Now, similar price hikes have hit 19 plus different countries in 2025, yet the promised higher quality content hasn't really materialized. Instead, premium subscribers get niche PS2 titles, while core features like cloud gaming is actually not even in the background. Now, accessibility is another major problem. In regions like Latin America, gamers pay for PS Plus Deluxe $125 a year, but they don't even get cloud streaming, a key selling point of services elsewhere like Microsoft's Xbox Cloud Gaming. Meanwhile, slow internet speeds in rural areas make cloud gaming really just not a great idea. Creating a tiered system where not all players get the same experience is another downside to Sony's model. Now, there's also the PlayStation Store quality crisis. The marketplace is literally flooded with cheap, low-effort games like Body Camera Shooter or Ambulance Life that exist solely to exploit Sony's revenue-sharing model. These spam titles clutter libraries with premium catalog continues to decline in quality. You know what I mean? And leaving subscribers questioning why they're even paying more for actually getting less. Now, with the PlayStation 6 expected to launch somewhere around 2027, Sony has a limited window to fix these issues before gamers abandon the service entirely. Competitors like Xbox Game Pass offer day one AAA releases, while Nintendo Switch Online expands to its retro library. Meanwhile, PS Plus struggles with technical errors, inconsistent updates, and growing sense that it's becoming an overpriced obligation rather than a must-have service. So what is the solution in my opinion? So firstly, I would recommend they adjust the pricing regionally, right, to make it fair for all sorts of markets and economics. Now also to purge the store, right, of all these spam titles and focus on quality indies and classics, right? Nowadays you go on the PlayStation Store and it feels like you're on the Android Play Store or the Apple App Store and looking through the games back in 2014, right? It is a ton of spam and I just do not like it. Now, also what I'd want them to do is merge the extra and premium tiers together to offer real value with real good quality titles in terms of backwards compatibility and PS3 game library. You know, I know it's difficult to replicate the cell processor and what the PS3 had to offer, but you know, we're almost in 2026. They had to figure out a way to really do that somehow, right? Now, also, I'd want them to restore trust, you know, with maybe better monthly exclusives. Because, you know, even this month, which is August of 2026, at the time of me recording this, we got some decent titles like Lies of P and My Hero One Justice and DayZ. I mean, this is a decent month for PlayStation. But aside from that, you know, we get this once or twice every year in terms of quality, right? And aside from that, we just get like shovelware or like the latest sports title, which is like the same game every year anyways, right? So if Sony doesn't act now, the PS6 launch could backfire. Gamers are likely questioning whether PS Plus is worth the cost, and without major changes, Sony risks losing subscribers to their competitors, or even worse, to outright cancellations, right? Sony does not want cancellations on their head, and refunding their customers is just the worst thing that they'd want to do, and the last thing for sure. So the clock is definitely ticking. And what do you think? Should Sony overhaul the PS Plus before the PlayStation 6 arrives? Let me know in the comments down below, because these are just my thoughts that I want to share with you all. It's been your boy Optage. I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Goodbye.